Hi, this is Tino with Bluesy News. We're at Winter NAMM 2016, and I'm here with Grammy-winning drummer Forrest Robinson of Delta Deep. I recently saw them play live, and they were amazing.
Debbie Blackwell Cook out of Queens. Actually,
She's also an actress, right?
yeah, she's done some act. Yeah, she's an actress. Even done Broadway. Background vocalist for Gregory Hines, Luther Vandross.
Wow, she was backup for Luther.
Yeah, Luther Vandross and Michael Bublé. And
Wow.
this woman is a powerhouse. You ask me, she's a 20 feet from stardom story. She just didn't. She's just not on the
Luther
movie.
Vandross was a backup singer for Bowie.
Yes, I do know that.
And look where it took him. So let's see where she goes. And then,
Yeah, hopefully and prayerfully.
yeah, Phil on.
Phil Collin of Def Leppard on guitar. Robert DeLeo from Stone Temple Pilots on bass.
And yours truly
Forrest Robinson
on drums. And I got to review a little bit. This is for Denny Smith. He's like, you play a double bass Gretsch, not a double bass pedal.
No, two bass drums.
Got to keep it real.
Got to keep it real.
Cool.
Keeping it real.
And does the roadie complain?
You know they didn't this go round because I was the only one who knew how to set up Miss Gretchen. Gretchen Unchained, that's her name.
So that's your baby's name. And
yeah,
you're endorsed obviously by
Gretsch. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Let's go back to the start of your career. You grew up in Memphis.
Yes.
And then you moved to Atlanta. So I guess Southern blues was probably.
You know the blues I grew up on in Memphis was B.B. King, Bobby Blue Bland, Johnny Guitar Watson, Muddy Waters. It was like real stuff. You know, went over into the soul, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, whole lot more. Rick James, Tina Marie, Shalimar, Lakeside, The Whispers, Cameo, the real stuff. And many of these artists, actually all of those I named, Arcades and all that, I was blessed to see these artists when I was, at the time, really, I was too young to be there. They wouldn't allow that now for no adult supervision.
Wow.
My big sister and big brother were with me.
And were they musicians, your elderly siblings, your elder siblings?
The women in my family, they sang what they say. They sang. Oh yeah, they sang at church. So yeah, all the women sing in my immediate family. Actually, in some extended also. My brother actually started out tenor sax and became a bass player. Plays bass now.
Oh, okay.
So music's in there. My stepdad played Hammond B3 organ.
Wow.
And piano, and I've heard some of the best in the land, and honestly, I've not heard anyone that compares to my stepdad. Tommy Woods is his name.
Really?
God rest his soul. Yeah.
Wow.
And we grew up. I grew up really cutting my teeth with him.
Nice.
On that organ.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that opportunity to grow up in a family like that.
Yeah.
Then you moved to Atlanta, Georgia.
Actually, it was Chattanooga first. I was in Chattanooga.
Oh, okay.
And I did Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I did a lot of, marching band drumline. I was blessed to get a scholarship there, and that was a big band scholarship, and marching band and concert band. I was the timpanist, became principal timpanist in the symphony orchestra, and Tom Wilkins, who was the conductor at the time, and I've been reconnecting because he's been the resident conductor for the Hollywood Bowl Orchestra.
Oh, no way.
For a number of years, so we've been reconnecting.
Now that you're in
but,
LA, yeah.
Yeah, but he has no idea. I don't think that I'm a drummer. I think he still sees me as a timpanist,
How funny.
which is not a bad thing.
Sure. Most drummers aren't even that versatile. Play an orchestra and play in a band.
I'm so glad that it happened. You can't make this stuff up, but since I was a kid, these are things I've just been exposed to, and really thankful.
And young, you toured. You toured by the time you were 18, I think.
Well, I did a lot of gospel, a whole lot of gospel. I hadn't been on the bus touring, but a whole lot of playing in different churches with. I was with a gospel group called Redemption Song when I was in high school, and we would go around to a lot of different churches, mainly Church of God in Christ. Okay. Some Baptist and some Baptist, not a lot of Methodist or anything, but Memphis Church of God in Christ has always been like a big spotlight there. But when I was in Chattanooga, that's when I started doing a whole lot of outward progressive and heavy metal playing.
And you grew your hair out?
Yeah, I've been doing that since I was 11 or 12.
Oh wow, okay.
Something like that. But I didn't lock. I locked when I was in Atlanta. This was me finally embracing my natural,
Awesome.
African hair. And
Cool.
but yeah, I used to do some pretty crazy stuff to try to
So
assimilate for that scene.
metal, yeah, because so metal, you gravitated toward metal. What bands who did you really like metal wise?
Man, 10 years old, 11 years old, ACDC. You know what? It'd be easier. My pinnacle albums when I was in junior high, coming out of elementary and junior high, pinnacle albums I can think of right now. For those about to rock, we salute you,
Wow.
ACDC.
Yeah.
I know Motley Crue came out with, Too Fast for Love,
Right.
Shout at the Devil.
Right.
I was in the Judas Priest Screaming for Vengeance.
Awesome.
And my pinnacle Queensryche album, I know a lot of people love Operation Mindcrime. Mine is Rage for Order. I got into Rage for Order, But then you had Iron Maiden. Then I got into really heavy stuff, Sacred Reich, Slayer,
Wow.
old Metallica from Kill 'Em All,
Yeah,
Master
yeah.
of Puppets, Ride the Lightning,
Their best time.
Anthrax.
Scott Ian, I just
Remember
saw
the
today.
Order of Nekuvesen days? I got into a lot of stuff, a lot of Ozzy, a lot of
Dio.
Sabbath. Oh man, oh you kidding? Yeah, Dio. Man, remember the first time I heard Holy Diver?
Wow, yeah, yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so
And the like
life changing stuff.
the Carmen Apiece, were they? I mean, who are the drummers? Bernie,
Tommy
Nico
Aldrich,
okay.
Nico McBrain, Tommy Lee.
Scott Travis,
Yeah, I got into Scott Travis with Racer X. That was
and
around.
now he's in Priest.
Yes, he is. He was in Fight first, I think.
Correct, and he
with
taught my
Halford.
drummer how to play. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dig that. Yeah, that Travis came around for me around.
You're probably he's a
college.
little older than you think?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
because because Racer X was 80s, so yeah. Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they were awesome. Oh man, a lot of guys. You know who else I liked? I haven't heard a whole lot of people mention him. I loved Troy. I still do. Troy Lucetta from Tesla.
Oh, from
Man,
Tesla.
when I heard
Wow, what
Modern
happened
Day
at Tesla?
Cowboy, they've been on tour with Def Leppard.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
been Def Leppard, Styx, Tesla.
Because I saw an offshoot of Tesla called Moondog Maine, and it was I think the guitarist from Tesla opening the first time I saw Judas Priest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're laying it down. That band is just a straight in your
And
face.
they reformed. Okay.
Oh yeah, they did. They're awesome.
And Def Leppard's on a cruise right now.
Def Leppard cruise started yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yesterday.
And
through
you
the
didn't go
24th.
because you wanted to be here, or you just didn't like cruises?
No, not at all. I wanted to go. We were planning. We were talking about going
It would have been
in
cool
the
to have
beginning.
Delta Deep play it too.
Oh, and we wanted that. But what was decided was that we were not. It probably wouldn't be the right format for Delta Deep because of the type of cruise that it was. It's going to be. I hadn't been, so I can't really say. But what we were first told was, as it was presented, that it might not be the right platform for Delta Deep at first. But this is when a lot of what people were hearing from us were the acoustic deals. When I was playing the cajon,
that's right.
I was
When
playing
it was just the three
percussion,
of you.
and
Yeah, without the bass.
yeah, because
Which I
Robert
saw a lot
was
of the videos of that.
Yeah, because Robert was on tour with STP. But I think the person who actually coordinates the cruise for Def Leppard, as well as the Kiss cruise that recently happened,
Okay.
he showed up at our show at Canyon Club, which is the first show of this tour.
Uh-huh.
And I think he was kind of like,
He made
oh,
him-
so this is what you sound like. We got to get you on the cruise. And at that particular point, both Robert and I already had things in place because we thought that we weren't going to be on the cruise. So unfortunately, and it's pretty disappointing because I wish I was there. Wanted to be here too because I love NAMM. But I would love to have done this cruise. I hadn't done anything like this before, but we just couldn't switch things around
Yeah.
in time.
Pyromania.
Pyromania, I want
How
to
old were
say,
you? Because I was a senior in high school,
I'm trying to think. I was,
and they were just kids too.
oh yeah, they were. I want to say that I was around 12 or 13.
Okay, so they were about 5 years older than you, maybe. Because I think they were
I
like
think
not
so.
even 18 when they got signed.
You know, I didn't really
Rick Allen
ask.
was a real youngster.
Oh,
I think he was
yeah.
like 16 or 17 in
Yeah.
that video.
Oh man, those guys. I think
Photograph
they
and-
had it made. They had it so made.
And
they were that
in
young
the
and they were
first year
out
of
there.
MTV. Everything fell in place.
Oh yeah, which brings me to other influences like Phil Collins and Stuart Copeland.
Oh wow.
And I know I completely shifted
No,
the
that's
gears.
good.
But
Good 80s.
I love
80s
the
was a
80s.
really good time
Really good time.
for
You know, I was
music.
way in the Missing Persons, so it was Terry
Oh, Terry,
Bozzio.
wow.
But I love music. I mean, I'm a pianist as well. I'm a
Oh, so
composer
you
as
do
well.
okay, you do, that's what I want to know. So you do also
Yeah,
play piano and compose.
yeah.
Your writing style, where does that, is it blues based, soul based, funk,
I
rock?
have a whole. There's a whole lot going on from everything I've absorbed. I've always been very Wyndham Hill influenced.
Wow.
Very, if I had to name one musical influence that really inspired me, literally from since I was very, very young, and I believe I was blessed to actually hear these things in my head. I told the guy who started Wyndham Hill, Will Ackerman, this that I actually heard Wyndham Hill's music before 2 years before he formed a label.
Wow,
Because
okay.
when I heard Clockwork by Alex DeGrassi, uh, he plays electric as well as acoustic guitar, but this is all acoustic with ensemble. When I heard Clockwork, I was just in tears. I think I was probably like 8 years old,
Wow, and you got it
and
that
I
young.
was I was
Wow.
in tears when I heard that song, and it felt like I knew the song. Then when I heard Ventana a few years later by Will Ackerman, I hadn't heard of Will Ackerman. I didn't know names of people
Right.
at the time, or anything. I just saw Wyndham Hill, and I thought Wyndham Hill was a person. And I
Uh-huh.
heard Ventana, and I'm just thinking this has to be the same person because the music to me felt so connected. And turns out Will Ackerman and
Right,
Alex DeGrassi are cousins.
Oh, they're related.
They're related,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was like, something just told me when I heard the music.
Wow.
I hope I didn't veer off too much.
No, and that's so cool because at 8 years old, I don't know anybody that could claim that.
Oh, I was in the Bernard Purdy playing with Aretha Franklin back at that time. And
Wow.
John Jabo Starks, who was with James Brown,
Wow.
Larry Blackman from Cameo. Oh, man, no.
You know how I had the privilege of meeting and fellowshipping with James Gatson.
Really?
Talk about James.
Man, well,
You know him. He's local.
yeah, that's what I heard.
Inglewood,
I didn't. I don't know anything about where he
Wow,
lives.
He's such a legend.
He's
He's the most sampled drummer.
That's what I
sound
heard.
in R&B, in hip hop.
and because I know people talk about Clyde Stubblefield being the most sampled drummer, James Brown.
Oh,
James had two guys, Jabo Starks, and I'm not one of the fortunate ones who got to see James Gatson recently because I heard that he performed, and this was like what 2-3 years ago, and people still talking about it.
I just saw him 18 months ago play
Where?
in the studio.
How did y'all know about this and I didn't?
I didn't know you.
It's not.
I thought you would have known James.
Not fair.
Right. Well, wow. So I feel honored that I know a drummer that. Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he was playing with a gentleman by the name of Dave Widow, a blues artist.
Oh yeah.
From the South Bay.
Still landed down.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool.
I didn't. Well, hopefully, perhaps next time we talk about this, I can say I got to witness James Gatson live.
Right. Oh, you will, by far. Anyways, this is Forrest Robinson. We are at Winter NAMM 2016. Definitely the highlight of my NAMM was sitting down talking to him. We've got Dr. John that we're heading out to see in a few minutes. Yeah, on the big stage. And talk to you soon.